welcome to the crypt on behalf of Steve Manning, alias Sergeant Manning, now Mr. Manning of SO1, and his family, and his lovely wife Jill, his lovely sons, and his daughter-in-law who are sitting across the way there. Thanks for coming tonight. The whole point of this evening is to really, even though he's not actually dead, but he is very old, just to say and pay tribute to Steve Manning for the numerous years that he's given, not only to Metropolitan Police, but specifically and in particular to CO19, or as he's known it, PT17, SO19 and CO19, and the outstanding service that he's given, not only to his department and everybody else who's known him and worked for him and worked with him, but also to the people of London, who, although it's unquantifiable, as I said last time, he's actually contributed a fantastic amount together with the guys that worked with him and for him. So that's what we're here to do tonight, and I make no apologies for getting sentimental because I will be later on. Before I start, I was given a piece of paper by Chris Milligan. Chris! Great! Stick your hand up. Yeah, Chris used to be in the department. He's very old now as well. But he gave me this bit of paper, and I want you to start the evening by reading it out before I introduce you to sorry, what's your name again, Nick? Martin Henry, I don't know if you remember him, he used to be somebody. He's HCO5, right. This is a letter written by a guy on Borough to Mick Bolden, who's then the OCU commander, and it was thanking him for some of the work that had been done by Steve's team in relation to the operation. And it just starts off, dear Mr. Warden, the purpose of this letter is to thank you for the assistance provided to us by your officers on Friday, the 17th and 18th of April 1998, when Steve was 62. The warrants relating to the suspects for kidnapping, blackmail, robbery, blah de blah de blah de blah de blah. I would be grateful if you would pass on my thanks to your officers, and especially Sergeant Manning, and let them know that all of these suspects have been charged and kidnapped for kidnapping, blackmail and robbery. I must also add my thanks particularly again to Sergeant Manning, who acted as attack advisor and gave the SO19 input as the pre-operation briefing. One of many that he's got over the years, one of many commendations he's got. What makes this special is this was forwarded to Steve from Rose Fitzpatrick, who said, please let me have a list of the officers involved. Steve's reply, which, as we all know, Steve, doesn't come as any great surprise, is as follows. Superintendent Robinson. The below are the officers who were brave, efficient, and most important, good looking. He then lists a load of names, including Steve Amos, which means he obviously was pissed for the most. Right, without further ado, my main aim of this evening is to introduce him to a bubbling heat. But before I do that, I'm going to introduce you to Martin Henry, who's going to say a few words on behalf of everyone at that kind of level, at the senior management level, about Steve and the contribution he's made. So everybody, Martin Henry.
Okay, before I attempt to be funny, when Mark phoned me a few weeks ago and asked me to come and say a few words, and I'll address this to Steve, can I say publicly that it was a great honour to be asked to come and say a few words as somebody who I regard as a bit of a legend within the department. It's a word that's bandied around quite freely, but I think most people agree that in this case it is a genuine use of the word, true legend. So it is an absolute honour to stand here and attempt to be funny. Before I do start, I've got a few health and safety warnings. Right, I've got it. Yeah. Some of you may have been here a few weeks ago, a few months ago, for a speech that was given by my former colleague Ian Drainer. There he is.